Jeff's using the brand new from Outdoor Vitals, their ShadowLight 60. So it's not Dyneema. What is it?
Robic and Spectra.
Robic and Spectra. Very typical of the new ultralight packs, except that they went with the zipper right down the back. So it creates two different pouches, but the zipper goes all the way through the main compartment. Hey Tayson, it's Marty. If you want to send me one of these packs to try out, I'd be happy to. Alright folks, Martyupnorth. Hope everybody's doing good. As you saw in the introduction to the video, a couple of weeks ago I was out hiking, more than a couple of weeks ago, I think it was a month ago, I was out hiking at Lake Minnewanka with my friend Jeff. And I love my Outdoor Vitals products, and I was surprised because Jeff had an Outdoor Vitals backpack. And I made a joke while I was filming. I said, hey, Tayson over there, founder at Outdoor Vitals, why don't you send me one of your packs so I can review it? And lo and behold, they did. So here's that beauty. Outdoor Vitals, real entry into the ultralight pack market. They got a lot of competitors in that space. And you know, I got some stats here. So one of the things that stands out right away, first of all, it's a very classic format of the new ultralight bags, which is it's simply a big pouch without a top pouch, and you roll them up and you clip them. So that's very classic. Now, Outdoor Vitals did a couple of things though that other competitors haven't done. This is not Dyneema. This is a different material. I gotta look up the name because I keep forgetting what it's called. They're calling this the Spectra fiber. So I think this material is not quite as waterproof as Dyneema, which is why when you get the bag, I have to be careful. It even comes, when I got it in the mail, you get a little bag like this that says, careful, this is a Nylofume pack liner. And so, you know, it almost looks like the packaging for the bag, but it's not. It's something that Outdoor Vitals is providing. You can buy these online. They're not very expensive, but this material is extremely resilient. But this material is their solution to a liner. And I know people use trash compactor bags and things like that. But what I'm going to do for the first test is I'm not going to use this. I'm going to take it out as is because I think it's going to be, it looks fairly waterproof or water resistant to me. Now, what other features are there? A couple of things that I really like. It's got a nice padded hip belt. It's got an easily adjustable waist belt. On the hip belt attached are two little pouches, one on each side. It's a classic full suspension pack, so it has adjusters at this on the side here, chest adjusters, and then it has load lifters to pull the load in and out, and it has a sternum strap. So it has all the typical features of a full suspension bag. Now it is actually almost it is pretty impressive, the frame structure that's in there. There is an aluminum frame in with the bag. Now very unique to them is that they decided to have two pouches on the back instead of one big pouch, because check this out. They got a zipper all the way across the back, and you can access everything on the inside of the pack via the back. So that can be convenient for a few things. Attachment points on the side. I think I'm gonna like this. It's got a couple of pouches on both sides. Now on some of my trips, I often hang my thermarest on the outside, which is still possible with this setup. But I have a feeling that with 60 liters at my disposal, I will be putting my tent and my thermarest and everything else in there. And then there's this really neat feature. I like the way they incorporated this in there. The back support is actually removable, and you have a seat cushion if you want, or you can just leave it in there. Now, sorry, my pack is already getting dirty, which is fine by me because I don't like new gear. I like my gear to look worn, and I take pride in some of my worn gear. So I'm gonna load this up right now, and I'll show you what it looks like loaded for real load for my upcoming 3-day trip. And then when we're on the trail, we'll do some further reviews and I'll talk about the bag. So this is my preliminary look at this bag, but I will do after the summer a long-term review. Now, one thing I want to talk about also real quickly, I'll put full specs of the bag in the section below, and I'll put a link to Outdoor Vitals. But I'm just reading through their literature, and I just wanted to make a quick comment. So this is 60 liters, and it comes in at 31.5 ounces. I didn't verify it, but I take their word for it. So just shy of 2 pounds. I mean, when you first pick it up, and it feels like it weighs nothing. My 46 liter pack made out of Dyneema comes in at 28.6 ounces. So an interesting comparison, if I do volume divided by weight, I get more volume per weight with this material than the Dyneema. So that would lead me to believe that this material is actually lighter than Dyneema. And the last thing I want to talk about is the price point on this pack. It's $199 US, which is extremely reasonable. Some of the other brands, custom made packs, will fetch you $300, $400. So let's take it out in the field, see how we like it. All right, so actually before I talk about it too much, one thing I forgot to mention is that this is equipped for a water bladder. So there's a little hole in the top here, and there's a pouch along the back, so you can put about a 2-liter water bladder and get your hose out, but I don't use those. So there you go. So it's loaded right now. I got 3 days worth of stuff. So I'm going for a 3-day hike. Got my bear spray, got some water, my cup. Everything is inside. So my thermarest, instead of rolling it like I normally do, I folded it and it's inside. The tent is folded and inside. The tent poles are inside. I got water shoes. I still brought my sitting pad. I got a saw, some fire starters, some clothes, some food, camera gear on a side pouch. I like that. That's super handy. Camera gear is handy. And we're going somewhere today or this week. I'm bringing my GPS because we're going to go do some flagging. Now, as like any other gear, and like I always say, not testing, but familiarizing yourself. You need to be familiar with your gear. So right now, me and Tika are going to go for a walk to the mailbox. I got my keys. I'm going to go get the mail, which is about 2 kilometers there and 2 kilometers back. Give me an opportunity to quickly figure out if the load is correct, but I can sense right away this pack's awesome. I've been passed by a few neighbors so far. They're probably wondering, what the heck is Marty doing? Oh, they should know. Always, 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 always try out your new gear and familiarize yourself with it. Woo! Power bill, who cares? Box number 1B. Miss Sarah got something. Alright, back home, and so 3 kilometers, not huge, but pack feels super comfortable. So tomorrow Jeff's going to pick me up at 7. We're going to go to Pinto Lake and use it on a 3-day trip. Go for it. $34.5 for a fully loaded gourmet meal 3-day trip. This is not.
$36.1.
Whew. He's a little baby of the bunch. You have to reset it.
Yeah.
33.
Sweet.
So on a weight ratio per capita.
First obstacle.
1.5 miles or so.
Marty's up to his knees.
Yeah. Take turn braking too.
Yeah. Isis is struggling a little bit. You're a good girl. Come on. Good girl, Isis.
On top, I have my rain jacket, quickly accessible. On the side, I have my little cook set, a bottle of liquid, some basil paste for dinner. The back pouches are fire starting equipment and my axe and some water shoes, a water bottle, and on the other side, who in their right mind carries unsweetened cocoa milk?
Coconut milk.
Yeah. And then on top, tonight we're having chicken, which is still frozen, some rice. This is my pouch of food. And we went over the top on stuff tonight. I brought 2 pots because I got a nice dessert I want to make. A puffy jacket. A thermarest. This little pouch is toothbrush, toiletry, water filter. This one is rope, utensils, headlamp. Small amount of clothes. And my tent. And then in the very bottom is my sleeping bag. So that's pretty much, the rest is miscellaneous, like a first aid kit, toilet paper. Yeah, everything packed nicely in here and carried very well. That's definitely a first for me. I've never hiked with 3 people that have the same pack. A lot of packs on the market, so it's pretty rare to have people with the same pack. Actually, I rarely see people with the same tents either. Okay, so I'm home. Had a great trip this weekend, 3 days. Encountered a ton of snow, so there'll be a video of the trip. And just letting everybody know, May 10th, and we're still encountering a lot of snow at elevation in Alberta. Anyways, on the trail, I made a comment. I have a 46-liter pack. I have 60-liter packs, 90-liter packs, and I said I'm going to have a hard time justifying going back to my 46-liter pack because this is 60 liters but weighs almost the same as my 46-liter pack. So this is a fantastic size and a fantastic weight. So very convenient that way. Lots of things I liked about the pack. First of all, like I said earlier in the video, I didn't put the liner in there, and we had rain and snow and everything stayed bone dry. So it's, water resistant. I don't like this little hole here for the bladder and for the water bladder. I think that hole should have been on the back here with a little flap over it, because I'm going to probably end up putting a piece of tape or something on that. I also, this didn't work for me. I don't like this, and what I found is that when I slide it on, it was kind of like, it wasn't sliding onto my back, it was grabbing. So it's just a minor thing, but I might take that padding out. I didn't use the padding as a seat because I still brought my own pad. I like these 2 external pockets, keeps things very organized, and I especially like the fact that the external pockets are not mesh right to the bottom. They are mesh mostly, and then they have this Spectra fiber bottom, and that's convenient for things like, when I'm sliding my saw in there, and if it went all the way to the bottom, it wouldn't take long for it to rip out of the bottom. So finishing the bottom like that is convenient. I did not use a zipper at all in the middle, and I kind of doubt that I will use the middle zipper, but that's just me. What else did I absolutely love? I love the side pockets, so I use both side pockets for camera gear and GPS and things like that. And I found that the pockets on the side were not inconvenient. You weren't touching them or so forth. The belt is easy to adjust, holds its position quite nicely. Actually, once you adjust it and you pull on it, it doesn't unadjust. So the buckles work fantastic, very easy to adjust. Everything is easy to adjust about it. The load lifters were great. I'm going to change this. this top strap is not long enough when you have a loaded pack and you got your jacket on top. So I'm probably just going to either make a little extension is probably what I'll do. I'll get 2 matching buckles and I'll make an extension that I can take on when I'm carrying more weight. I do find that I know Tayson, that your philosophy was no external points because you shouldn't be attaching too much external stuff, and I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that concept. But I'm still going to put I'm going to put a bungee. I'm probably going to put 1 bungee here and a second bungee there. I'm probably going to put 2 bungees so that I can put the wet tarp or the wet fly or a jacket or maybe even a foam mattress or something like that. So I'm going to put a couple of bungees just for the odd occasion. And then I also always bring a carabiner with me, and there's no convenient place to attach the carabiner. So you know, there's this ring here, which is one spot. I think a loop like this somewhere else would have been convenient, but you know, and there's this D-ring, a couple of D-rings like this, one there, you know, 4 D-rings would have been good. But otherwise, I think you guys nailed this bag with its features, the side pockets. Lots of flexibility when it comes to loading it and, you know, customizing the way you like to access things. So hope you enjoy this quick review. Very impressed with the bag. I'll be using it definitely all summer long. Probably back and forth between this bag and some of my other bags. And then by the end of the summer, I'll do a long-term review. Hope you like this. Hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and by all means, give me some comments. And hope to see some of you folks on the trail. Otherwise, Martyupnorth saying, get off the beaten path.